Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Emily, the home bookkeeper, and on this channel I help business owners and fellow freelance bookkeepers navigate the ever-changing QuickBooks Online, while also sharing insightful videos on all things business ownership and finance. Now, if you run a small business, you've likely heard of QuickBooks Online, the smart accounting software that helps you keep on top of everything from taxes to payroll. But if you're new to QuickBooks, perhaps you've switched over from QuickBooks Desktop, you might be wondering just how to use it. Don't worry, in today's video, I am going to give you a complete start to finish breakdown of QuickBooks Online in this simple to understand tutorial for business owners. The first step to learning how to use QuickBooks Online is getting familiar with the dashboard. This is the first thing you'll see when you log into your QuickBooks Online account. And it's from the dashboard that you can navigate to everything you'll ever need as a QuickBooks Online user. Spend some time looking at the different menus in the dashboard, beginning to understand where you can find everything. As you can see here, there is a lot to explore. After your first login to QuickBooks Online, you should set up your company information and preferences. From your dashboard, click on the gear icon. Located under the company column, click Account and Settings. From here, you can add information about your company, like your company name, your company type, contact information, your address, even a company logo. Whilst you're updating your company information, you can also tweak your financial preferences in this part of QuickBooks Online. You can click on the Sales, Expenses, and Advanced tabs. Update things like your credit card payments, invoice automations, VAT details, and your company's year-end date, so all of your information is accurate on your reports. Next, you're going to want to import any data. It's quick and easy to automatically import your business data into your QuickBooks Online account, so you don't have to start from scratch. You can import information such as your bank transactions, your chart of accounts, supplier bills, employees, budgets, and customer vendor data. QuickBooks Online offers multiple options for importing data, so you can choose the one that works best for you and your business. Different methods you can also use when importing are Microsoft Excel files, CSV files, Intuit Interchange Format, which is the QuickBooks text files, and Web Connect files. Now let's move on to setting up your chart of accounts. The chart of accounts is a list of different categories used in QuickBooks to categorize money for your company's financial statements. There are 5 categories set up in QuickBooks Online by default: income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and equity. Many people who use QuickBooks Online for business will leave these default settings, but you may want to customize the categories to suit your specific needs. You might want to rename the categories, or perhaps you'll find that you need to set up an additional category that doesn't fall under the 5 already listed. To do this, simply head over to the Bookkeeping tab and enter the chart of accounts. Select the green New button and select your account and detail type. When you're finished, click Save. Need to know how to export your chart of accounts in QuickBooks Online? From the chart of accounts screen, you can choose the Run Report button. You'll see 4 options: Print, Email, Export, and Settings. Simply select the relevant one to export it into an Excel sheet or a PDF. Now let's move on to connecting your accounts. You can sync your QuickBooks Online account with your bank accounts and credit cards. This means that QuickBooks Online will automatically download and review the transactions from your accounts, saving you time and effort as you won't have to enter any details manually. To do this, go ahead and head over to your transactions screen or where you would find your bank accounts. On your dashboard, click Connect Account or Link Account. Then search for your bank and sign in using your online banking username and password. Once you're connected, you'll be able to see all of the accounts you hold with this bank. So go ahead and select the business accounts and then select the transactions you want to transfer over to QuickBooks Online. Most banks will show transactions from the past 90 days, although some banks will let you go back as far as 24 months. I do have other manual imports and bank account linking videos on my channel, so go ahead and feel free to check those out. Now, once you've selected the relevant transactions, QuickBooks will download them automatically. Then, after your transactions have been downloaded, you'll just need to categorize and approve. Now they are recorded in the system. So now let's go ahead and set up some more users. With QuickBooks Online for Small Business, you can add additional users from your sales manager to your bookkeeper. You can adjust the settings for each user, allowing them to do specific tasks. But your subscription level will determine how many users you are allowed. So if you're seeing a user limit, you may want to consider upgrading to the next tier. To invite a new user, go ahead and click the gear icon and manage users. Choose add users once you're in the manage users screen and select the type of user you want to create. You can choose from a primary admin. This is the main user with access to every area of QuickBooks Online, and by default, this is typically the person who set up your account. You can choose a company admin. This user will also have full access, and they can do everything the primary admin can do, other than remove or edit the primary admin. You can also choose a standard user. You can select different access levels for standard users, allowing them to work with, for example, expenses, sales, suppliers, that kind of thing. They can add other users, enter timesheet data, manage subscriptions, and update company information. Now there's also a reports user. Available in QuickBooks Online Plus, this type of user can see all reports, apart from the audit log showing your payroll information. And then there's a time tracking only user. This is typically for employees or suppliers that log their time, but you don't want to give them access to reports or other private company financial data. Now let's set up payroll. Have you been wondering, how does QuickBooks Payroll work? Well, adding your payroll to QuickBooks Online keeps everything in one place. You can categorize your payroll expenses so you can easily see exactly what portion of your monthly spending is on staff wages. And you don't need to worry about keeping another system updated. Now it's time to get set up. Head over to Payroll Settings and then Setup Overview. Here you can add vital information for your QuickBooks payroll, including pay policies, tax setup, deductions, preferences. And once you've added this information, head over to your chart of accounts and decide what accounts you need to create in order to track your payroll expenses. To add employees to your payroll, click the New Employee button. From here, you can add your employees' details. Note that all employees will have the standard pay policies and deductions that you've set up in your payroll settings, but you can also choose to add new settings when you add employees instead. QuickBooks Online will guide you through the new employee process. Another thing that's great about QuickBooks Online is that you can access your accounts anywhere, anytime. but it also connects with thousands of compatible apps. Available in the QuickBooks App Store, guaranteed to make your life easier, with up to 86% of QuickBooks Online customers agreeing that apps save them so much time. From expense management to cash flow forecasting, you can choose a selection of apps that will streamline your processes and make it easier to stay on top of your business finances. You can choose the different categories in the App Store, or if you know what you're looking for, simply search it in the search bar. You can find things like Salesforce, Payroll, Square, all kinds of things. Another thing that's really helpful if you are using QuickBooks Payroll is the QuickBooks Time app. This is an employee scheduling and time recording system that automatically integrates perfectly with QuickBooks Payroll and QuickBooks Online. Now let's talk a little bit about reconciliations. QuickBooks Online will save you so much time and effort, but it works best when you keep the system up to date. You should reconcile your accounts regularly. I recommend reconciling every month so that your QuickBooks Online system reflects what's on your bank and credit card statements. Regular reconciliations also ensures that your cash flow forecast is always accurate, along with your reports. Spending a few minutes every week, every day, or every month reconciling your accounts will save you so many headaches further down the road. And here's how you do it. From the home screen, click on the gear icon and click Reconcile. You can also do this by going into the Bookkeeping tab and under Chart of Accounts, selecting Reconcile. Now choose the bank account you want to reconcile. Enter your ending balance and end date from your statement. Click on Start Reconciling, and this will pull through the transactions for the specified time period. Check the transactions in QuickBooks against the transactions that are on your bank or credit card statement. In QuickBooks, tick the correct transactions. The difference amount should be 0. This means that all of the transactions are matching. If there is a difference, check that the number of transactions is the same on both sources, in QuickBooks and on your bank statement. If the issue is with the date of transactions, just check the date and you can enter it on the top right-hand corner. If neither of these things solves the issue, check that the amount of each transaction is correct in QuickBooks. Once your total reaches 0, you can click Finish Now. And that's how you do it. That's how you use QuickBooks. From entering all of your company data, to setting up payroll, to editing and linking your bank accounts and your chart of accounts, to reconciling after your first month of transactions. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And for more business resources, my online self-paced home bookkeeper masterclass, business supplies, gadgets, must-haves, and more, check out edjconsultinggroup.com/resources, linked below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those bell notifications so you'll never miss an upload. If you have any video or tutorial requests, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And for even more behind-the-scenes content of life as a home bookkeeper, feel free to follow me on Instagram @EmmaDawn and connect with me professionally on LinkedIn. And if you need more assistance, private QuickBooks Online coaching, or bookkeeping and payroll management, feel free to email or visit edjconsultinggroup.com. My firm is fully inclusive and ready to help you along wherever you may be in your entrepreneurship or personal wealth building journey.